Hey, beloved. So, people have been asking, how do I tell if they're my twin flame? And that's a great question. And I already have a couple of videos about that, but I wanted to drop this video to help you avoid some of the biggest, specifically the five biggest ways of how not to tell if they're your twin flame. Because I see so many people trying to find out, is this the one? Is this the one? Using these types of tools and resources, and it just doesn't work, and it can lead to a lot of confusion and doubt and wasting time, and just it can be really frustrating and painful. So I'm going to give you these 5 ways of how not to tell if they're your twin flame. So the first one is going to psychics and letting that psychic determine, like a diagnostic test from a doctor telling you if you have cancer, if you have good health. It does not work like that. There are many good psychics out there. I am a professional intuitive. I love psychics. I go to psychics, and I've gone to many psychics who have told me, oh my gosh, that is your twin flame. That is amazing. And they've actually hired us and collaborated with us. And I've had other people say, well, according to my calculations, twin flames are this thing, and what you have is this thing. And it's like, cool, you can define that for you. But for me, this is how I feel. And the funny thing is that no one seems to agree on this one thing. So if you want to spend the rest of your life trying to find one consensus that every single psychic tells you that this is your one true twin flame, then good luck. Let us know how it goes. And the other thing is that really we are the ones that get to decide. As an intuitive, as a twin flame alchemist, and as a professionally trained psychic, I never tell somebody, no, this isn't, or yes, this is, because I believe that we know more than anybody else who is the one for us, who has the same soul energies. And anybody who is dogmatically telling us, no, this isn't your path. I mean, sure, they can have their opinions, but please, can they keep them to themselves unless it's really, truly something that we're in alignment with. So in some cases, if we're seeking out psychics and over again, they're telling us the same message and we are in resonance with it, that can be very helpful. But don't let one psychic reading determine your future, because you are the one who is writing your love story and your own reality. Now, the second way how not to tell if they're your twin flame is going to your parents. Why? So your parents created you. They are a holographic mirror when your soul chose to be conceived and incarnate here and be a human being experiencing this earthly timeline. So your parents are a mirror of a past version of yourself. They are representing the challenges in your subconscious mind. They're representing lessons that you need to learn. They could represent really good lessons. For example, my parents had a loving marriage of almost 50 years before my dad passed away. And to this day, my mother loves him and talks to him. And the challenge is, if I were to give all of my power to my parents and say, well, you knew exactly how to do it, I should do it like you, it's not going to fit me. We do sign up and we have karma and we have soul purpose, dharma, lessons with our parents. But sometimes people say, well, my mom doesn't like him, my dad doesn't like him, or even on a soul level, on a much deeper subconscious level, there are people that don't even think they care about what their parents think, but energetically they're on a date or they're diving in deep with this person, and their parents, one or both of the parents, go, I don't want that person to be in our bloodline. I don't want that person to be in my energetic field with you. And so as sovereign beings, it's very important for us to lovingly kick our parents' energy out of our auric fields. So what that means is, if you are feeling telepathically intertwined with your parents, you feel like you're on a date or having fun, and all of a sudden you know exactly what your mother would say about this person, you know what your father would say about this person, and all of that gets entangled. So you're no longer really enjoying the moment. You're no longer able to see this person in front of you for who they are and also for who you are. And instead you're analyzing everything from a parent who might have a totally different set of viewpoints as you, under spiritual understanding, belief systems, and energies. So that's why we want to practice clearing our chakras, clearing our aura, and tapping into our own crown chakra, which represents knowing our higher truth, the seventh chakra at the top of the head. The third way how not to tell if they're your twin flame is by deciding based on religious dogmas and differences. While we can rewrite our entire reality, we can't force someone to be with us, which I know is a hard pill to swallow, especially for so many starseeds who just want to believe in this one true twin flame. And if they just get it right, all of their pain will go away. That was me once upon a time, which is why I do this work as a professional twin flame alchemist. I have Aphrodite University as my full-time work. I'm helping women all the time let go and let love and find their true love that is so much deeper than one little philosophy that this person will be the solution to all of our problems. It doesn't work that way. Religions have been devised to keep people together in society and at times keeping people apart, separating people by saying if you don't go along with these rules and regulations, you will die on the cross or you will be persecuted. So religions have so many beautiful things to them, and they also often have a dark history. And so when we're applying these rules, these religions, these regulations to our own lives, it can be too small. And it doesn't mean that we can't have a religion or a rich traditional history or honor our own ethnic religious path, etc. However, if we are going to let a religion decide for us, we can actually find ourselves enslaved in a spiritual system that's too small for our sovereignty. So that's why it's important to let go of dogmas, to let go of philosophies and actually feel from our gut and our own inner wisdom, is this person for us, versus having a religion decide, because sometimes twins or soulmates who choose to be together will choose to be in different opposing religions or different types of families or different types of scenarios that seem to be conflicting. However, it's actually the undoing of the conflicts that will bring the twin flames together that is also the sole purpose of these beloveds, so that when they heal these blocks, these barriers, the world heals. So this can often be a big purpose. The fourth way how not to tell if they're your twin flame is by having plant medicine decide for us. So plant medicine could be many of the psychedelic plants out there. It could even be another type of drug. And so many people will say, oh my gosh, I saw the truth on this medicine, that medicine, and therefore it means this. And so I want to say that plants can be wonderful helpers, and ancient traditions around the world always have utilized plant medicines. So while I want to honor plant medicine, I also want to say that you are always the most enlightened in your own world. You are meant to be the one in the pilot seat, not the passenger seat. And so while these gurus, these teachers, these wisdom keepers can hold many clues and can influence us, we want to always put ourselves in that driver's seat. So if we're experiencing a plant medicine journey, we can look at it as, wow, there's wisdom in this journey. Plants also have their own opinions. Is she the one and only divine truth? You get to decide that for yourself. So you can allow these sacred medicines to teach you, to show you, and ultimately you are the teacher, you are the one who's showing things. And if you're not in resonance with something that you see, you get to change it. You can always rewrite your reality. Another way how not to tell if they're your twin flame is to utilize tarot cards. Now, specifically, I'm talking about using tarot cards in a way that gives away our power. Tarot cards are incredible alchemists. They are ancient tools. They hold archetypes in our subconscious mind. They hold symbols. They hold metaphorical messages and power, and they're beautiful. And I absolutely adore and love using tarot cards myself. And I also can say that some of my clients and students, including myself, because I consider myself to be one of my toughest clients ever, I used tarot cards in an abusive way where I kept on pulling the cards from this disempowered way, and the cards got murkier and murkier, and I kept wanting this one person to be the one. And sometimes the cards would lie, and sometimes I would hold on to that hope and I would get all twisted. And so what I recommend to do if you're using tarot cards to tell if someone is your twin flame is to actually not ask specifically, is this person the one that I'm going to marry forever? Because our future perhaps is always a changing timeline, and we're always a changing timeline. And there are a million future selves. There are an infinite number of future Amandas out there, and I'm excited about that. So instead of saying, is this the future forever? Why not learn the deeper lessons? What is this person showing me? What am I here to learn now? And sometimes we can get so lost and locked into that narrowness, that question of trying to force it to be that one person because we're coming from an old trauma. A lot of people will use tarot cards and also just be obsessed with, is this my twin flame, because they have an early childhood wound, a psychological block. They were a sensitive empath, a starseed, and they never got seen and heard as a child, and so they might meet this person that they think is their twin flame, and they feel so seen, heard, and loved, and their soul starts to open, and all of a sudden, boom, something negative happens, and then they're wondering, is this my person? How can I get this person back? But really what they're meant to be doing is using these tarot cards and using their healing tools to awaken as the twin flame, not in that particular union, but as a twin flame initiate on their own. The world does mirror our inner world. And if we are feeling broken and down and like we need someone to fix us, then we'll create a world where we're constantly chasing after someone we think needs to fix us. And it's very painful. So if we're in pain, we need to bring in the elixir, the love, the pleasure, the self-empowerment. So using those tarot cards, using the plant medicines, using our spiritual beliefs, or even if we're part of a religion, using it with love and compassion and respect towards self and other, allowing our parents to support us and love us, and also set healthy boundaries with them, using psychic healers and guides within moderation and balance, and letting us be the guides of our own ship. This will allow us to tell if they're your twin flame. And I know that there are a lot of people out there that will happily take your money to try and have you feel like they're the best guru, that they know better than you. There is no one who knows better than you. We sometimes are missing tools. We're missing the confidence, the encouragement. We're missing the belief in ourselves, and it can be helpful to have a guide, a mentor that says, I see this for you. I've been there. I know you can do it, and I'm here to support you and guide you through. Come and join us for a complimentary twin flame activation on the full moon. This is open to men and women. Aphrodite University mainly focuses on women at this point. We have female students, and we are also inspired to bring together the divine feminine, divine masculine during these full moon rose cacao ceremonies. Rose represents the heart and the connection to the sun and earth and Venus, which Venus is our hearts. And then of course, cacao is a heart chakra opener and a third eye awakener, and is incredible for doing plant medicine in a very gentle way that allows us to get decisions, big life decisions, to be more easy and gentle. Like when I was wondering if my beloved Jack was my twin flame around 8 years ago, and it turns out the cacao didn't lie, baby. He is, he is mine. Actually, I decided he was mine, and the plant medicine just helped me to open my third eye a little bit wider, because I was scared to look, and I needed that sacred support and the mentor there to hold the space. So I would love to be that mentor for you. We have an incredibly indulgent, delicious raw cacao ceremony coming up on this full moon. And guess what, guys? It's complimentary. So you don't have to pay a cent. We just expect you to show up on time, 100%, with your tiara or your king's crown on, some essential oils, some crystals, and your cacao elixir, maybe some smudge to sage yourself, and we'll send you a list of all this stuff. But click the link below, because we do ask for you to register so we can send you the link and the recipe. I hope you have a rest of your day that is restful and beautiful and magical. Thank you so much for being here. It helps if you can like and subscribe and comment anytime, so we can keep you updated with our upcoming twin flame news and new and full moon. energy updates and all that good stuff. So thanks for being part of our tribe. Namaste, namasko.